12 News investigates. A civil action lawsuit has ended in favor of a Pine Belt woman who took her former employers, Sanderson Farms and Mississippi Board of Animal Health, to federal court. 12 News' Alex Love spoke to the plaintiff and her lawyer. He joins us to dive into this case. Alex?
So Anna Christian first filed a charge of discrimination with the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission against Sanderson Farms in March of 2017, which led to a lawsuit accusing the poultry giant of violating her civil rights, a legal fight which carried over into another job she had with the State Board of Animal Health. From 2012 to 2016, Anna Christian was the only woman employed as a broiler supervisor at the Sanderson Farms plant in Collins. Court records show she faced gender discrimination by being paid less than male colleagues doing the same work, and also harassed by her department head, who took fault with anything she did over male co-workers.
I complained about the Equal Pay Act. I was paid approximately $5,000 plus less than all of the male supervisors. I was also wrote up for things that the male supervisors were not getting wrote up for.
Seeing her civil rights under Title VII of the 1964 law violated because of gender discrimination, Christian, represented by Rachel Wade of Wade and Associates, took Sanderson Farms to court after being fired for made-up claims that she falsified documents.
I hope that these sorts of cases inspire employees to take action to protect their rights, just like Ms. Christian did. She took action against Sanderson Farms because she was discriminated against because of her gender.
In the middle of this case, Christian did find a new job as a poultry epidemiologist with the Mississippi Board of Animal Health. But the legal fight carried over when appointed member Dr. Philip Stayer, who's also a veterinarian for Sanderson Farms, met with board director Jim Watson to get Christian fired over claims of conflict of interest. Emails from the plaintiff showed Director Watson was aware of her previous employment and originally told her that there was no conflict of interest. Still, Christian was soon fired 4 months later, despite having no complaints on the job.
While they tried to say it wasn't a problem, it was clearly on their radar screen. They called Ms. Christian in to talk about it with her. It seemed pretty clear that the thing they were discussing was not her performance, but it was her EEOC charge and her ultimate lawsuit against Sanderson Farms.
In her position, Anna's duties were to only inspect growers who have contracts with poultry companies in Mississippi. Attorney Wade noted the real conflict of interest should be Sanderson Farms veterinarian Dr. Stayer being appointed to a government board in charge to regulate his own company.
It was intriguing to us to realize that the Mississippi Board of Animal Health, part of their job is regulating the poultry industry, to find out that the veterinarian for Sanderson Farms is also on the board for the Mississippi Board of Animal Health.
The jury agreed, and Anna was awarded over $153,000 to be paid from the Board of Animal Health for lost wages and damages for this wrongful termination.
If you feel that you've ever been discriminated against or retaliated against, that you can speak up and stand up for yourselves. You shouldn't be fired from another job for trying to stand up for yourself.
In a statement, Board Director Jim Watson said, quote, "We disagree with the outcome of the trial. The evidence we presented demonstrated why we didn't retain her as she approached the end of her probationary period. We fully support the right of individuals to file an EEOC claim. The Attorney General's office will evaluate our legal options." Christian's case against Sanderson Farms was also settled, but a disclosure agreement was signed to prevent any details coming out of the case. We reached out to the poultry company for comments on Christian's complaints, but never heard back.